Instead of selecting joints, joint hierarchy, heat map, 6 influences. Mine would go, I think 6 should be sufficient. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's go up to 10. Let's get crazy. The first time why it wouldn't work is because my influences were not high enough, and so it was only calculating 3 because I had 3 in there from something previous. I know this is like amazing. It's like the most amazing thing you've ever seen before in your life, right?
I'm not gonna lie to you now.
Nah, fantastic. All right, and let's see what our influences are. All right, we got more. Cool. This is what I wanted. So so we have this, but kind of the drop off is we're going to have to affect that. All right. If I had more, if it was the whole body, it'll be a little bit different, but I'm just going to go ahead and work from here. So this, that's my hip, and we can affect some more weights. COG, hip connect. And I just hit it. bring this down just a little bit. Let's get this to an extreme. Now the heat map is based upon distance, just like other ones, but for some reason it's a better calculation for distance and volume than some of the older ones. And I'm trying to fix this area right there. And for some reason I'm painting that as well too. So let's replace that. Because I'm going to have to paint this side separately as well. Ooh, no, don't want to do that. The other hard part is because this is double-sided, just like working with the mouth, you have to account for the outside and the inside, which can suck. May not be the easiest thing to do. Alright, and then let's bring this down. And then we have to affect the back side as well too. I wish this was double-sided. It'll make it so much easier. But if you're trying to show realistic cloth, cloth isn't one-sided. And if it's something that has a lot of volume, then you got to deal with it. It's not the like. Here's how painting weights go for me. Either it's going to go fast, which it does sometimes, especially if it's a simple character, or it's going to go slow, and I'm going to have to do multiple iterations, and I'm going to have to go back and fix things because That's just the nature of the beast. And there's some things to help, but in this case it's going to only do so much. But the good news is I'm not going to rely on this looking perfect strictly on my weights. I want to get my weights as good as I can, but they're not going to necessarily be perfect. They're going to look fairly decent. And then what I'm going to use to get me the rest of the way home, if I can get this one little rogue here, is going to be there you go. Come on. It's going to be my my shape libs. Now, because these are two separate skeletons, let's see if we can actually mirror this over. It may or may not work. We're probably going to have to paint both, but let's do that. Now, if you already have it painted, that's good. That's fine. So skin, and we want to paint skin. I'm sorry, we want to mirror over our weights. So positive to negative, and I want to go negative to positive along X. Hit apply. Let's see where we're at. And so we're somewhat there. It's being pulled apart, and that's fine. Well, it's not fine. I'm not worried about the shoe. I haven't dealt with the shoe yet. Well, I haven't dealt with this shoe yet, because these two shoes are separate. So let's act like the shoe does not exist. But to do the shoe, I just painted weights. There's nothing special I did. I just painted weights. All right. So we have this, and we have some areas that we need to fix. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this mesh. Let's break connections. I'm sorry, not break connection. Let's unlock all of that. Then what I'm going to do is we're going to do this leg forward. We're going to duplicate that. I'm going to unlock it. Then I'm going to do this leg back. I'm going to go here, duplicate it. And this is kind of a poor person's, what's the word I'm looking for? This is kind of a poor person's shape lip. If you're going to really do shape lips, then you're working with a little bit of code to pull it off. But this will help us get the job done, and it will also let me talk about something that we haven't talked about much this quarter. And that is painting your blend shape weights. We've only discussed it a little bit. Alright. Bottoms bridge. Bottoms L forward. Oops. Yes. R2 bottoms L forward. RT bottoms, L back. Left bottoms, LF. L back. All right. And what we're going to do is create a blend shape. Bottoms, bridge. And then we're going to go here. Oh, that's not what I want to call it. I want to delete this. Let's do this again, because I want to rename it. Alright, so we're going to call this bottoms shape. And then we're going to constrain, deform, blend shape, bottoms, bridge. Alright, so let's turn this on. Now, by doing this, we have a problem here. My weights are gone. Why are they? Why is that? You're correct. The order of operations. So I'm going to right click, inputs, all inputs. That's kind of big. And we're going to move this below the skin cluster. So select it, middle mouse button, and just drag it. Now, what we're going to do here is we're going to use our sculpting tools to make this look 100 times better. So I'm probably going to start out with a smooth first. And I'm using this I want to get rid of some of this. There we go. And I just want to use it to kind of even this stuff out, get rid of the interpenetration. And it's kind of the same thing we did with the eyelash. And I'm trying to get rid of this, and that's being a little bit difficult. All eyes. Are you sure? You have issues. Now, I'm going to probably have to pull some of this. There we go. So I'm going to do one so that you get kind of the gist of what we're going for. Well, right now, what I want to do, what I have to spend some time doing, is getting rid of this here. Now, by doing this, we're also going to have another problem, and that is we're going to get a double transform on our skirt. I could probably run this through some type of like wrap deformer to see if that works, but I just kind of I like painting my what's the word I'm looking for? My blend shape weights to fix it. Some of the stuff I'm not too worried about. Others we got to be a lot more concerned about. But yeah. So you can see here, we're fixing areas. We're making it look a lot better, right? And now, here's the thing. If I lift up this leg, because that shape is going to be relying on this leg here. Let me get out of that. If I lift up this leg, and then bring this shape, this is left bottom forward, no, RT bottom forward, we get a double transform, right? So what we're going to have to do is select this, and one, we may have to decrease the envelope a little bit by 5. I'm not going to increase it, but I will decrease it. And then what I'm going to have to do is paint some weights. Where it's kind of going in or doing some other things, I'm probably just going to have to paint. But also looking at this, I'm probably going to have to bring some of these out just a little bit more as well too. So let's do that first. I want that to be a lot higher. And that's what we have. And now what I'm going to do is we're going to paint some of our blend shape weights. And probably a good idea would be to do this, bring up multiple things, and I'm just going to make this let's make this a new camera. There we go. So I can look at this as I affect this. Form, and we want to go to edit, blend shapes. Actually, no, we want to go to paint weights, blend shapes. There we go. And we have our bottom shape, and we have this. And so the first thing I'm going to do is, if this is my RT bottom forward, I'm just going to flood this with black. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start adding weight. Well, maybe if I do this, what I want to be affected. Is that a stretch or are you sleepy? Ah. 20 years from now, this stuff is still up, I'm going to look at it and cringe. No, because I was so corny. Really? You laughed at that? I know somebody who's not getting an A this quarter. Good job. No, I'm just messing with you. Alright. And so I'm using this to just affect some areas and to help out my shapes as much as possible. Now, if something is a little bit too squirrely, then we will fix it like right there. That's the issue. So I'm probably going to do some smoothing now. There we go. I need to add. There we go. I might have to paint some more here as well. Oh, come on. Really? Really? There we go. So I'm getting some weird pulling there, so I might just have to and I think some of that might be, I might have to go back and paint some weights. But I'm using this just to help my deformations and not relying on that to solve all of my problems. So we're probably going to have to go back here and yeah, we're going to have to add some weights here. There we go. That is a lot better. Now, the way that we're going to use this is this. We're going to keep these on as much as we need to. But the way that we're going to use it is we're going to use a set-driven key to control it. Does that make sense? Just like we did with the eyelash. So